Hello everyone, it's Lonnie. It's Monday. I've gotten all my shipping from the weekend except for a few things packed up in the van. I need to pull a few more items though. Let's take a look at the momentum board. Always want to check in there. $32,000 in 80 days is the goal. We're on day number 9 as of yesterday. $6,443 total listed. And yesterday I did 3 for $280. 3 items for $280. So actually the weekend was pretty good. Saturday was 5 1/4 and Sunday was $280, and so that's over $800 in 2 days in listings. Only 16 items, but not bad for weekend when I'm not going to be working that hard. But yeah, let's go ahead and pull a few more orders that are going out. Okay, I had one guy order 4 things from me. He messaged me on eBay and asked if, you know, I would combine shipping, and I said yes, of course, and I did so. So he got this Punisher versus Jigsaw. I think this is the most expensive thing he bought. Punisher versus Jigsaw for, I believe it was $56.99 for this piece. Then he got a Ghost Rider Legendary Rider. It's not this one, because the one he bought, well, these are very similar though, aren't they? The one he got has this card that comes with it, so that's how I could tell the difference between the two. Yep, so this was 21 something. Let me look at this. $21.84 was that price. You got another Ghost Rider thing, Blue Flame Terrax or something like that. It's supposed to be on this shelf right here. This must be it here. Boy, it's pretty amazing how much of this stuff I've sold already, isn't it? Man. And anyway, yeah, this sold for $21.84 also. And then one more thing. And the other thing was, yes, this other Ghost Rider thing here for $29.99. This Series 3 Ghost Rider with comic book in there. So, yeah, altogether, this was like 30, 50, 70, about 130, 140 bucks worth of stuff before shipping. Then I sold some audiobooks. Not these. I'm going to list these after I finish packing everything. I just set them there temporarily. Although, where did I put my books? Oh, here they are. I bought a bunch of audiobooks at an estate sale, and it hasn't been too long ago. Move this out of the way. It's kind of cramping it up. It hasn't really been that long ago either. I paid 50 cents per book. And I'm making a few lots anyways. I made this one lot here of Clive Cussler books. It's 9 books. And I asked, well, you'll see it on the screen here in a minute, but I think I asked $7 a book plus shipping. And I just listed them like 2 nights ago. So it hadn't even been 48 hours. And they already sold for, oh wait, no, I listed for a little less than that, $59.99 plus shipping on top. So these 9 I have about $4.50 into, and I sold them for $60. And that, I've had great success with selling like lots of audiobooks. Not great success selling like single audiobooks that can sit a long time. But if you can get them cheap, and then you can pass on a good deal to your customer in the form of a lot of them, they will buy them and you can make some money. So anytime I can scarf up a big lot of audiobooks at a good price, I do, and it happens a pretty good bit. All right, one more thing I'm going to pull for now is this Batman Beyond Funko Pop. Fred, he's bought from me quite a few times now, so thanks a lot, Fred. I appreciate it. He bought this from GarageFlips.store, which I put stuff in and y'all buy it all up. So thank y'all very much. I think it gets cleaned out every single time I put stuff in it, except for the only thing, which I think I'm going to move this thing, this Sonic game for Genesis. It's the only thing that hasn't sold. So I'm going to just take it down and I'll learn from that. So thanks again, Fred. I appreciate it. Okay, it is nighttime, and I wanted to shoot a clip to talk about the Facebook group that's a pretty good many of you may have been a member of or aware of, and just tell y'all what happened. So John and I decided to shut the Facebook group down. It was This Week in Reselling Facebook group. It was originally started as a Facebook group to accompany a show that John and I, the Cincinnati Picker, that we did every week. And we haven't done the show in quite a while, but we kept the Facebook group, you know, and really enjoyed the Facebook group. The Facebook group was really cool. I mean, a lot of good people there, a lot of good information there. However, I would say in the past 6 months, it had kind of gotten away from us, and this is all from my perspective. I don't want to speak for John, so if I get anything wrong, if I say we, and you know, please know that I'm not necessarily speaking for John. Although I will tell you that John and I talked about it. This wasn't like a snap decision. We talked about it, slept on it a couple of nights, talked about it again, and decided to go ahead and shut it down. Reason for me, anyways, is that I didn't have the time to run the Facebook group effectively, monitor what was going on, keep people in check, get rid of, ban people, you know, things like that, monitor information that's being given out and stuff like that. And invariably, whenever I drop in, like maybe once a week, and look at the Facebook group, I saw a lot of posts and comments and things like that that I was not proud of. So I did not like having my name attached to that group anymore, and I blame myself because I was not willing or able to put the time into it anymore. So John and I made the decision to shut it down. And you know, the other thing you could do in that spot is you could, you know, transfer it over to somebody else. Wasn't willing to do that either. The reason being, I do not want to hand over a group of people that came in for one thing over to another person, and then maybe a year down the line really hate the fact that I did it. That would be too big of a mistake. So when we decided that we no longer wanted to run that group, and when I decided that I wasn't real crazy about the direction the group had gone, just decided to shut it down. So, you know, that decision was not made lightly, and I do appreciate I think we had it for a couple of years. Appreciate everyone that joined in. It was a good time while it lasted. If you're looking for a new group that is, I think, very similar in nature to how that Facebook group was maybe a year ago or so, I would recommend the RVA water cooler, reseller water cooler. I'm putting a link to it in the description. I would have mentioned that in the This Week in Reselling Facebook group. But I really didn't want to put a post like, hey, we're going to shut down. And then, you know, I wasn't going to engage in a whole lot of arguments and things like that. So chose to just shut it down cold. But now if you're looking for another Facebook group, I recommend that one. I think it's good for now. You never, like, I think one of the things about Facebook though is as the bigger a group gets, the harder it is to keep it, you know, I don't know, pure or what, I don't know what you call it. But anyways, thanks everyone that supported and participated and enjoyed that group. It was a good run. It's over. So I just wanted to give a quick explanation. Okay, now having said that, this is day 10 of the momentum board in the books. I only listed 3 items today. I kind of cheated. I did 3 fairly high value things, actually 2 high value things, 1 thing for about 50 bucks, and called it a day. It was just a busy packing day, but I was fortunate that in just like an hour I was able to list $540 worth of stuff, so that was cool. It's good to have that kind of inventory to be able to do that with when you need to. So yeah, 10 days, $69.83, just shy of $7,000 so far, and 108 items, average of $698 listed per day, and an average selling price per item of $65. So things are still rolling right along, doing well, and sales are doing well too. All right, good morning everyone. It's Lonnie. We're still in the shed, or not still, I just got out here, but I got some orders to pull today. First thing I'm pulling is the Sunday morning quarterback vintage LSU Tiger print, probably from the local newspaper, the Advocate, although maybe not, because it says sports news. It seems like they'd put their name on it somewhere. I don't know, but anyway, as you saw, I have a stack of over 100 of these prints. I think this is like maybe the 4th or 5th one I've sold in a year, but I only paid $5 for the whole stack, so I might be dead and gone before they're all sold, but doing okay on them. $14.99 plus shipping on top is what I got for that one. Sold a Sabertooth Series 5. It's right here in front of me. It's about as lucky as you get. So I think it is. Let me look at some of these other ones just to kind of make sure. That's a Sabertooth, but it's not Series 5. Okay. And I'll compare this to the one on the screen. Some of these things are kind of close and I don't want to screw it up. Yeah, Sabertooth Series 5. This is it. I got $21.84 plus shipping on top for this guy. But I got $9.99 plus shipping on top for this deck of Star Wars Episode 1 cards. There's young Anakin walking, I guess, is that Tatooine? I always get that kind of stuff wrong. Y'all correct me, but I think he's on Tatooine right there. But anyway, $9.99 plus shipping on top for those. And this is something I listed just last night. Take this down to get to it. Oh, that's a cool all metal Batman that I listed last night. Then this is what I sold right here. This is Ghost Rider Johnny Blaze statue. He had a scratch across his right foot, kind of messed the paint up a little bit. So I sold it a little cheaper than I normally would. I probably would have sold it for about $3.50 had it not been for that. But I listed it for $289.99, and I sold it pretty quickly at that price. $289.99 plus shipping on top. So that was the big sale of the day for sure. Okay, it looks like that is everything that's going out. A little bit of a slower sales day yesterday, although some things that I sold yesterday I shipped yesterday because the orders came in early, but still this made it a pretty decent sales day. And it also means, of course, that I'll have plenty of time to list stuff. And I'm not sure if we looked at the board already. I think we did. Okay, I'm back in the shed, back home. I dropped all my packages off at Office Depot for FedEx and USPS. And I swung by the storage to pick up some more stuff. If y'all haven't been following along, I made a large purchase of inventory. Lots of collectibles and toys and Batman and Wolverine, Sabretooth, all kind of stuff. Crazy stuff. You'll see some of it. So we'll just go through what I picked up. I just picked up some. I'm trying to empty that storage out as quickly as possible. I have it until the 10th. And then then I'll have to work out a deal or something like that. The guy I bought everything from has that storage unit for free till then, and he wants it back as of the 10th. So hopefully I'll get everything out by then. I think I can, or really close. And yeah, so this is what I picked up today. That's why I'm going to continue, even though the shed is still full, I'm going to continue to bring stuff in as much as possible, and list as much as possible between now and then. But this is what I picked up today. This is some kind of Batgirl statue of some sort. This is a Ghost Rider statue. They do not have the outer boxes, which does affect value some. This is it says PS3 on it, but this is a some kind of collector's edition thing that came, I believe, with the purchase of a PS3. Let's see, I guess I could pull it out real fast. Let me bring it over here to the bench. We'll take a look at it. When I first saw it, I'm like, hey, you got a PS3 over there? So here we go. It's this thing with, I don't know, is that Wonder Woman right there? I don't know. I don't know what that is. She's holding something up, and then there's Batman. Looks like he's got a lasso around his neck or something. So, pick that up, and then this little Batman statue thing here. It's got, you know what? I thought that was damage to the box, but actually that is tape or paper on the front of the box, so I can get that off of there. Okay, that's good news. Then I've got a Batman versus Superman armored Batman. That looks cool. Statue. Then I got this Kotobukiya figure here. That looks kind of pricey at first glance anyways. I haven't looked any of that stuff up yet, but Kotobukiya stuff in the past has done pretty well, and that's a big fancy looking one. I have a little Nintendo Super Mario Bros. Lunchbox from 1988 with the thermos. Probably put that in my own little store. And then I've got a bag of, let me move this back over here. And I've got a bag of goodies here. Let's see. Oh, this is cool. This is a Batarang, full size, full scale, 1-to-1 scale Batarang. I already looked at it, and it looked like it was in new condition to me. I don't think it's ever been taken out. This is a wall clock by NECA. Doctor Who disappearing TARDIS mug. Some of this stuff I'm going to put in my own store, I think. Some of this smaller stuff. This, oh, that's a cool looking little mini statue of Batman. Same thing. It looks like it has, that has some like, it looks like it has some tape on it or something. I can probably get that off of there. Then what is this? Oh, this is cool. This is a Batmobile tumbler. I think it's just a figure, I believe. Looks like it was not, this is not US packaging, that's for sure. Some kind of import. And I've got a Batman. That's some unique looking packaging. Oh, that's a NECA figure. Got a World of Batman Walmart figure here. It looks like it came separated from the card there, so they put some tape on it. That's not that uncommon, I've found. That's an old looking Walmart logo. So yeah, 1999. That's 20 years old. Let's see, what else did I get? Oh, a few more statues. The Caped Crusader mini bust. They had some pretty good prices on them originally. $45 US. Let's see what else. Oh, Heroes of the Universe. That's another little statue. Fairly small. And finally, this one was, this had a fancy box. I don't know if that's going to mean value or not, but it had a very fancy box. DC Universe Online. Doesn't say anything else on it. Yeah, it's got like a magnetic closure box here. So, yep, that's everything I picked up today that I'll be listing over the next day or two. Probably 2 days. So I'm gonna get started on that now. And let me dip into the comments, see if there are any good questions there in the comments, or good comments to, you know, comment on. All right, let's start off with a question from Armando Hernandez. What's your thought on the upcoming new PayPal policy where if you refund a buyer, PayPal keeps the fee? So if y'all don't know what he's talking about, up till now, even I did one yesterday, when you refund someone on PayPal, PayPal actually refunds that portion of the PayPal fee, not the 30 cents or whatever flat part, but the 2.9% they've been giving back to us when we reverse the payment. They're going to stop doing that apparently. So obviously I don't think that's a good thing for us. It's going to cost us money, but I think ultimately what it could do, it could actually push people towards managed payments. I don't know what the policy is for eBay as far as that goes on the managed payments. Whenever you refund, do you get that feedback? I don't know, but if you do, then that could be a big impetus to pushing people towards managed payments. That might work in eBay's favor as far as that goes. All right, Mr. Bippo asks, what would you do without the Batman franchise and comic figures in general? A real niche apparently. I think your guy is a mysterious honey hole. Okay, if I didn't have that stuff, then I would be I would be listing my own death pile, and B, I would be actively sourcing yard sales and estate sales and thrift stores, and maybe some retail, although I don't do a whole lot of that. I would be actively sourcing all those things harder. I have not gone garage sailing when I normally would for a pretty good while now. I've missed a lot of weekends this year because of my sources. So it's not like if I didn't have this stuff that I wouldn't be listing anything at all, because before this guy was around, I was doing okay. Of course, it's better to have a good source of stuff. It would just be harder and it'd be less, you know, but I would still be making it. Actually, I probably have, I'd probably be working at a little better margin, just not as high value stuff. I'd be selling a lot more $20, $30 garage sale type stuff. I'd make it though. All right, Madeline Cross. Curious if you've had any moisture or mold issues with paper goods stored in your shed. Okay, Madeline, no, I do not, but I keep this shed air conditioned. I run the air conditioner all day, and the air conditioner keeps it cold or cool, and it also pulls moisture out of the shed. So, no, I have not had any types of moisture issues in here. If I wasn't running the air conditioner, I certainly would have moisture issues. Humidity is high here. It's real damp. So I typically turn off the air conditioner whenever I leave every night, and the insulation in here is pretty good. So usually when I come in the morning, it's still pretty crisp and cool. First thing in the morning, I turn the air conditioner back on. During the winter, the air is not as humid anyways, and I'm gonna run heaters. Heaters will dry the air out to some extent. Humidity really isn't as much of an issue in the winter anyways though. So yeah, it's not an issue, but it would be if I didn't air condition this place. All right, John Ping wrote, I'm a part-time seller. I keep my store around 700 items, and I never, all caps, use promoted listings, and I have one of my best weekends in a while, 37 items sold. My opinion, why pay eBay more than I already am? I agree, dude. Like 37 items out of 700 in one weekend, you sold over 5% of your store in one weekend. So whatever you're doing, I wouldn't change a thing. You must have some fantastic inventory, fantastic prices. You're doing something right. There ain't no doubt. And yeah, if I was in your boat and I wasn't using promoted listings and I was selling at that rate, I wouldn't do a thing different for sure. I think your experience is probably out of the ordinary though. as far as sell-through goes. So yeah, keep doing the same thing you've been doing, and tell us what you're selling, please. Okay, Mike Camillo asked, and I already answered this, but I wanted to read it. He asked, did you get all those Walt Disney figures in one lot? How much did you pay for them? I want to know what would be a great buy if I come across any more. I bought a Little Mermaid figure for $15 and it sold for $200. That's an incredible sale. So he's talking about these Walt Disney Classics collection, and I bought a total of 37 in 2 buys from one lady, and I paid on average about $15 per figure. And I don't know, I found that those Walt Disney Classics, you can probably expect probably about $60 on average. Some will sell for $100 or more. There are some that will sell for close to $1,000 even. So you could get real lucky. Like the only ones, I've only had a few that sold for like under 30. Like sometimes you'll have something like this little guy here. This is just a scroll. Something like this is going to be pretty cheap, but pretty much everything else is going to be good. Of course, the franchise matters a lot. Toy Story was a good one for me. Peter Pan was really good. Fantasia has been a little slower, but I've had nothing but good results. We actually got those. My wife, Candace, found those on Facebook Marketplace. The first time around, we bought, I think I spent $300 with the lady the first time. I don't remember the exact numbers off the top of my head, but spent about $15 per fig the first time, and then spent another $15 per fig the second time. She called us back, said, hey, I want to sell some more, and she's got more. So the cool thing about sourcing those is if you could find somebody that has a couple, there's a pretty good chance they might have a bunch more, because it's a collection type thing. So it's a good opportunity to buy out an entire collection, which is what we did there. We're trying to do. She has more. I want to buy more. That's one of the best things I've ever bought, really. They sell themselves. Like, everybody loves Disney. Everybody loves all the classic movies. So yeah, Facebook Marketplace. All right, gang, that is going to be it for today. Thanks so much for watching. I will see y'all again soon. I've got some listing to do. Bye, y'all.